What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is probably 32 degrees out right now. I think it's like 34. Weather says feels like 25, so this is not going to be a long video. Today I'm just going to show you some of the parts and pieces that I got to build the new 2024 BombMoto. So we'll probably put on a couple little pieces here and there, but I'm not going to be wiring anything up or setting anything up in this video specifically. But soon. I do live in Florida, so before you know it, it'll be warm and I'll be out here. Your boy's built like a lizard. As soon as it gets cold, I'm stiff and I don't even want to be out here, to be honest with you. But yeah, so let me show you guys what I have for the BombMoto. And like I said, we'll put a couple pieces on. I want to check the length of the front line on the BombMoto. So I got some nice tall bars. We'll throw those on, make sure they fit real good, and we'll just check everything out. All right, you guys, so I got all my parts and pieces here. Now I'll probably add a little bit of stuff like a headlight, tail light. As you can see, I got my 12-volt reducer right there. Just depends. We'll see what happens here in the future, but I do want to hook up 12-volt accessory just in case. So let's go ahead. We'll start with the battery. This is not going to be permanent. This is my Amoric 72-volt. 36 amp hour, 225 amp discharge. Obviously I won't need all of this, but for right now this is the only battery I have, with the old BombMoto actually sold, and I'll be waiting for my new B1 battery coming in soon. So this is just temporary. I'm gonna stuff it in there and you know, see how well it fits, all that good stuff. And another thing that I'm debating on is installing these brakes. Now, another member on the BombMoto group actually figured out a way to install these, because the BombMoto brakes are M8 banjo, and everything you can find on eBay, Amazon, stuff like that, it's all M10. So what I've actually gone ahead and done is, you see here, this is the old B1 brake. You know, I sold it with a foot brake, so I kept this one. So I actually adapted it for a M8 style banjo. So basically I just put a M8 to M10, or whatever way, M10 down to M8 insert in here. So I did have to retap the threads, put the insert in, and so far it works great. I mean, I was testing with this to make sure it held pressure, make sure it wasn't leaking, and it's holding up great. But I might end up just swapping the levers over. I do like these adjustable style levers with the little clickers. On the new B1, these brakes feel really good. They're nice and cushy. They feel like they're gonna lock up real good, real easy. And you know, I'm a one finger back brake kind of wheelie guy, and these honestly might stay. We'll see what happens. Obviously we still got to get this thing wired up, tuned, and get this thing ripping. That way I can make sure I have full control of the back brake. So again, we'll hold off on that for now, but these are an option in the future. Much bigger reservoir and probably a lot more clamping force. Next up, we have our cheap pit bike bars. Your boy ain't made of money, so I wasn't trying to buy pro tapers, even though they're only like an extra 30-40 bucks. But I went ahead and got these, what are they called, Rutu, I believe. Yeah, I don't know, I forget what they're called, Rutu or something like that. I'll put a link for everything you see here in the description, so if you guys want to copy and do as I do, you can, of course. Now these are, I believe, a 9-inch rise. Like I say, you can hit the link in the description, check out all the specs on these. So these are going to be a lot taller. I think a little over double taller than the stock B1 bars. So we're going to make sure that the front brake line reaches nice and good. And then if you guys have been following, I made this cable clamp right here for the brake lever that will help guide it up and down as the fork collapses. So we're going to make sure we do have all this extra room right here. So I figured, you know, we'll move that up to about right here, and everything should flow pretty good still. All right, and then we'll move on to what's going on the handlebars. We got some cheap Pro Taper grips. Honestly, I don't even think these are real the way they're put together, but they look pretty. Obviously, we're going with a blue theme. Later on, I do plan on installing a foot brake on this, and we will do dual caliper bracket this time. Unlike the last one where I sold it pretty quick, so there wasn't a whole lot of time for me to do that kind of stuff on. But this one ain't going nowhere. We're doing the dual caliper bracket, foot brake and hand brake, and then we're gonna go with the same blue theme. I seen a nice, I think it's a black foot lever with the anodized blue on it, and I think it came with some nice blue pegs, something like that. So, like I said, we're gonna go with the blue theme. I think it's gonna be really cool, one of my favorite colors. And then the big part. Well, let's start right here. So we're gonna go with the same style voltmeter, and then again I'm gonna do the same exact thing as the last one because I really enjoyed how that looked. And we'll be cutting it out of the lid right here, putting it through, and running the wire through the pivot point. So then we'll have this right here. Of course, we can put our switches. I'm going to be doing things a little bit different with my controller, but with you guys we'll talk about that here in a second. But I'm going to leave this open for 12 volt accessories. That way I can run a headlight. I mean, that's pretty much probably all I'll do is a headlight, running light, and then brake lights, so it'll just be one switch. Now, the controller I will be running, which I'm very excited to test, is the Flipski 75200. Now, this is version 1. Now, there's actually no point in getting the version 1 anymore because they have the version 2 that comes with a key switch and voltmeter. Basically, on this port right here, sorry, it's hard to see, instead of the CAN options, you have ignition, battery positive, and ground. So basically what I'm doing here, as you can see, I have a contactor and a big old 15 ohm resistor. Not sure why this thing's so huge for 15 ohm, but basically I'm going to be running a resistor in parallel with a contactor, and then of course I'll have the relay for the contactor. So you put power through the red and black, and it actually turn on the magnet, allowing power to pass through here. So the battery power will be hooked up to this completely. Resistor will be there so I can turn it on, and it'll slowly flow the battery voltage into the controller, because I know these are very sensitive to spark or the inrush of voltage, which is why these version 1s you actually need a anti-spark switch. So I ended up selling the anti-spark switch, and I'm going with this. If you guys have watched my shorts, this is already tested, at least tested at 77 volts. I have to do full charge on this, get 84 volts, and run it through the resistor, make sure the controller is all right. So again, this stuff, I'm not going to be showing you how to wire it up. There's no point, especially with the V2. I'll leave a link down to where you can get a pre-tuned plug-and-play Flipski 75200 Pro V2 from eForce. So if you guys want to grab yourself one of those, then of course I have my 3D printed bracket, all hardware included. If you guys want to grab that from myself, just find me in Facebook, Instagram, hit me up in the DMs, and I'll get you one. Not a problem. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much going to do it. Like I said, we'll probably be running, let me see, where is it? We'll probably run another headlight similar to this. We'll run another tail light, just so, you know, I can hit some nighttime trail riding, something like that. Excuse the sniffles, guys. It is absolutely freezing out here. I know all you guys up north are probably giggling at me. You guys up there in your negative weather, snow 5 feet up. Yeah, like I said, your boy just ain't built like that. But yeah, guys, I'm really looking forward to this. Looking forward to exploring Vesk. Once I do get the Flipski installed, I'm going to try and get the legend himself, Jordan Davis, who has been a huge help through basically the start of the channel. You know, right around when I did the QS 165 swap and far driver on the mototec. He's been right there with me every step of the way. Huge help. So I want to kind of help him out and take some of the burden off. So we'll try doing video of setting up the flip ski to the B1, doing the motor learn, you know, just getting the pre-set up basic tune set up for you guys so you can copy that. And that way, if you get a flip ski kit from him, at least you'll know how to do the motor learn, and then you should be pre-tuned and ready to go. So looking forward to doing that with my boy Jordan. Of course, he was the one who got me this battery right here. Big shout out to the man himself. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead, take these bars off, and go ahead and install these bars. Go ahead, throw the grips on, probably throw the plastics back on and sit down on it. And I'm really excited because I really have not run tall bars like this. So I think it's going to feel really good. I mean, the B1, the 2024 model, feels really good with the drop pegs, a little bit higher risers, so it's actually got a great rider triangle right now, especially for us taller people. For kids, it should be perfect. Should be a good standing stance for them. They're not going to be super high up like the last one. But yeah, so let's go ahead, get these bars off, put the new ones on, put the plastic back together, give it a sit, and see how I like it. Alright guys, and we are done, and oh yeah, this thing feels proper. So got my feet down on the pegs there. As you see it, I got a pretty good pinch on it. My knees aren't up here like they were on the last one, so we got quite a big drop. These bars actually feel great. I could probably push them forward just a little bit, but as you can see, our front brake line is running beautifully. So I'll go ahead. You guys probably can't see that too well, but brake guide is working great. Nothing stretched out. But yeah, I'm loving the blue. I don't think I mentioned we got the fake Sur-On throttle with the fake carbon fiber Pro Taper grips. Yeah, this thing's feeling great. And honestly, I'm thinking we're keeping these brakes, man. They feel really good. Feel really good. Feel nice and dialed. I'm really looking forward to this build, guys. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Give her a good look. Oh yeah. For sure, this thing's going to be a wheelie machine. I'm going to hit some jumps with it. Of course, I'm going to clean a few things up after I get everything all wired and whatnot. And like I said, we'll have some more blue accents like the pegs, the foot brake, a little bit here and there. Yeah, I'm stoked. I've never been this excited for one of these builds just from sitting on it, but I know this thing is going to be absolutely incredible. Alright guys, I can't feel my nose, can't feel my hands, so I'm going to go ahead and end this off right here. Look forward to the next few videos. We'll be wiring this thing up, getting it all tuned up, and finally going out, hit some wheelies, doing some rips. So hopefully you guys look forward to that as well, and I'll see you soon. Peace.